Mm. You mentioned that the most important thing about a composition is the story. Could you elaborate that on that a little bit?
Yeah, not only the story within a composition, the story within a solo, the story among the band members, right? And this is something that I've recently come to appreciate a little bit more. So when you look at when you're interested in someone like Miles Davis, it's the Miles Davis story, right? It's the Jimi Hendrix story. It's the Frank Sinatra story, right? So all these people have a life and have a in a cloud of intriguing, fascinating life around them, that you're just drawn into. And so good storytelling is the key. When you listen to Wes Montgomery's solos, he's a fantastic storyteller. He has the most easily digestible solo to listen to. Miles Davis, is able to develop ideas and cadence and um, resolve their ideas after a very long period, right? These are very long stories. Pat Martino is another one who, on the guitar, every one of his solos is a complete story. So this is, and I've heard Wes say a few things about it, but Wes is really, if you want to really hear exactly what I'm talking about, you would listen to his solo on Origin from the Incredible Jazz Guitar. That solo is that's a very hard tune to navigate, and he does it with ease, basically in some ways by completely ignoring the chord progression, right? He has such a deep knowledge of the subject matter that he's able to create a story over those chords that's unlike what you typically hear people play over that song. It's quite amazing. So that's a very tangible example of a story. A lot of the tunes on that record, there's a tune called Mr. Walker that he wrote, which is a completely bizarre from Neptune way of composing a tune, but it's just a very logical melody and concept. And he just figured out a way to write a tune around this kind of fun concept he had. Right. So that's what I mean by a story. Those are two very tangible examples of the simplicity that the best compositions are very simple and they're sophisticated in ways that make them multifaceted, ambiguous, exciting, right? They're unpredictable. But I think everything really starts with a very simple idea.
What about your album? Let's just, for example, what about One Night Only? What was the story in that?
The story on that one was I wanted to frame our work with Sonny Fortune in a way that made sense for him stepping into a band that he wasn't a part of.
Mm.
In other words, it was really a tribute to the Chitlin circuit, right? What I see as my sort of naive, nostalgic view of, you know, the Chitlin circuit environment where you're touring around and you're playing music that is very blues based and you're sitting in with other musicians and things like that. So on that record, I took all these tunes that I learned off of Jack McDuff or things that it seemed like he would play something like this, right? So if they weren't tunes from his records, there were a couple that were like, like I did like a T-Bone Walker tune, right? Because it was a down home blues, it was the type of tune that he would do, even though he might not have done that tune. I did a Bob Marley tune on that one because Jack McDuff to me seems like he was very open to new ideas and interpreting other music in different ways, right? So I tried to use that, use my idea and my love for Jack McDuff as kind of a template or like a canvas to um, try to pay tribute to the Chitlin circuit and try to move the ball forward in the sense that we're really playing for an audience, and we're really playing for, that audience that might be in that smoky club in Cincinnati, in 1960.
Thank you so much, Charlie Apicella, for joining us on WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM. And good luck to you, and just continue what you're doing. You're fabulous.
I appreciate talking to you. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.